What? What's that, Roo? What's happened? Little Tommy's fallen down the well. Oh, no. The batteries are flat. What?
It's not possible. Lithiums don't go flat. Look, see? Oh. Oh, okay. Maybe it is flat. Uh-oh, what are we going to do? Wow, it's a good job we've got the Jackery, the Explorer 500 Jackery. Oh, well, with the Jackery 500 watt pure sine wave inverter, this should get us going in no time. Plug it in. Switch the old AC on. We're ready to rock and roll. Oh. And we're on. We're charging. Don't worry people, it's okay. The lithiums didn't go flat. However, the people at Jackery have been very kind and given us this Explorer 500 to do a little test out and try out.
Yeah, not only that, but they gave us the solar panel as well to test, like the whole package. So obviously you all know that we, a couple of things, we have obviously used other power banks because we had one that we got secondhand from some friends. But obviously this is the first time we've used a solar generator with a panel. And you probably know more about this than I do, but this is actually more powerful than our other one because it's actually got a 500 watt inverter built in as opposed to the 300. So as John said, jokes aside, the batteries in here are absolutely fine. But having this, and then obviously John having a play with it while we were testing it, did make us realise about the whole sort of plugging it into the van. And we were talking, weren't we? If we'd have had this when we were touring in the Def Lefts...
Yeah, when we did the Def Lefts loan, that would have been...
This literally would have changed our lives. Like, it would have been a game changer. It sounds dramatic, but we bought a petrol generator that obviously we couldn't use all the time. Yeah. It cost us a fortune in...
It was heavy. We had to carry fuel around with us.
And it cost us a fortune in electric hookup sites. In the winter, people don't actually believe this, but I think people have, a couple of our friends have seen this. We used to sit in the dark with head torches on because we couldn't have the lights on because we were preserving power.
And for the costing side as well, I mean, yeah, the CLs and the CSs, which we like to use, we prefer to use the smaller sort of sites, the little sort of farm sites. A lot of them haven't got electric. You know, a lot of the cheaper ones, like sort of £5 a night, sort of up to sort of £10 a night. But yeah, you want a site with electric, sometimes it can be £15 or £20 a night. So that's the difference, and you know that can actually sort of just extend the time you can spend. So
exactly, that's where it would have saved us a lot of money, isn't it? Not that we're complaining about the Def Lefts, like that van was beautiful, but obviously we didn't want to invest the money, you know, like
because it wasn't our van.
Because it wasn't our van, so it was no good us paying to put an extra battery or solar or whatever. And to be fair, if we'd have asked, maybe we could have done it. But at that time, we didn't know how we would tour. Yeah. It never occurred to us because we never had solar on any of our other vans, did we? No. Because we'd never been long-term touring before. So everything was a learning curve, which is why we're hoping to share this little nugget of wisdom with everyone out there who's trying touring for the first time. They're trying camper vans and motorhomes for the first time. You know, or even if you are hiring one, something like this with the solar panel so you can charge it up as well. If you can't charge it up off the van, literally a game changer. And also, obviously in Brucey, I don't know if you saw my last video when I was at Camp Creator, and we discovered that my solar panel isn't working properly. Into the Jackery with the solar panel. Jackery had got in touch and very kindly said, look, do you want to have one of these to test out, because we've seen your videos and we think it would work for you. And it's been like,
it's worked out really well, yeah.
Because at first, once I found out the solar panel had broken, it reminded me of the power anxiety that we used to have in the Def Lefts. But I go off and I don't even think about it now, because I take the solar panel and the Jackery, and I'm good to go. When we got it, you charged it up, didn't you?
Yes.
And then literally had it for a week, and I was running my MacBook off of it. I had it plugged in the entire time I was editing. I've got a MacBook Pro. and had phones and all sorts plugged in. You were using it on and off during the week. It was about 7 or 8 days, wasn't it?
Yeah. We weren't putting it on. We weren't charging the van with it.
No.
We were literally using apps. Charging the phones all the time, which an iPhone it needs charging every day anyway. So.
Mine does because I need a new battery.
Yeah, so does mine.
Yeah, because they are 2.5
charging
years
your
old.
iPad, charging your
headphones,
your Mac.
My Mac.
Because when you're editing anyway, the Mac uses lots of power.
Yeah, so it's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, we haven't charged it all week.
No, haven't charged it all week. We've just literally had it sat there running off of, running everything off of it. Absolutely spot on. And one of my favourite parts about the whole thing is that I like the fact that you only have to, for someone like me who just likes things to be quite, I'm not stupid, I understand stuff, but I like it to be simple. You literally just push the relevant button for the section that you need. And I quite like the grab handle as well on it.
Yeah,
it's quite nice and easy.
It's quite light. It's not, I can't remember how heavy it is, but it's not particularly heavy. It has got a light as well, it.
Oh, he won't stop. He literally won't stop doing that. Every time
we're in a car park. We better not do that with the light. We might end up in a different situation.
But also, so talking about the solar panel, again, I like it because it's simple. It just has one cable that plugs straight in.
Plugs into the front, doesn't it?
And then there's also a couple of extra ports on the back for you to charge your stuff. So I'll show you.
So it opens out quite simply. And then there's little Velcro stays on the back, which just so it means you can stand it up and get quite a good angle to the sun, which is sometimes even better than the ones we've got on the motorhome because we can't angle the ones on the motorhome.
Yes, very true.
That's basically what it looks like when it's out. They're quite sturdy. The wind doesn't tend to. They're pretty good. So the wind doesn't really take it. They seem to be really sturdy.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Look how interested Millie is.
She is absolutely
she's beside herself with excitement. So's Rue. So you know why she's chilled? Rosie's chilled now because she knows that the batteries haven't actually run out, so she's chilling now. So she's not worrying anymore. And they got little Timmy out the well as well.
So there's your connector for the Jackery.
So one connector which goes
like so. Obviously I've got it sharp at the moment, so normally it would recognise that you've got solar energy coming in, go blue, but you have also got a little ports on there. So sometimes if you're on a really cloudy day, or the sun's just not shining through enough and you're only getting a tiny bit in, you'll probably find that these are actually at full power because they're only 5 volts. So they will probably still charge your device fine. Yeah,
it even tells you on here, look, even tells you what it's compatible with. So depending on the weather, when to and when not to use it, and it tells you what it's actually compatible with. Look, tablet, PC, mobile phone, game player, and the Explorer.
I've tested this on a sunny day, and you do actually get pretty much 100 watts in. And I've tested it on a really cloudy day, which you wouldn't. I couldn't even see the sun, and I was still getting 30 or 40 watts in, which is still pretty good.
We mentioned that it's been really helpful in the T5 because obviously it means that my hab battery can just focus on running the fridge and running the lights, can't it? Because it's quite a simple setup. And then it means I've got this as a backup to charge all of my electronic devices. So that's how it works for us in the T5. But just to obviously be clear how it could have helped us in the Deathless, you don't plug it in and run the van off of it, do you?
You're basically just using it to charge the habitation battery.
But that's how it would have helped us in the big van, is same sort of thing, isn't it? Is it could have charged our batteries back up for us so that we wouldn't have to choose, do I put the lights on tonight or do I charge my phone? Because I know that we could either charge my phone off of that and charge my MacBook off of that and save the battery power to have the lights on and potentially the heating, or we could plug that into the Deathless or into the motorhome to charge the hab battery up to then give us enough power to run what we needed. So just to be clear, that's from our perspective. That's Tiddle scratching the scratching board, which is under the table, and that's her hissing at Millie. So yeah, just to be clear, when we say it's like a game changer, it would have really helped us and it would have saved us loads of money. That's how it would have saved us money, because we could have charged it while we were driving, and then used it to charge up the leisure batteries, because that was the problem we had with the power.
Just to support it, really.
But that's why you don't have to, you wouldn't have to spend out on installs then.
But I mean, as a note, if you do use this, if you do happen to need this for a motorhome, then switch all the devices like the fridge, the heating, take it off automatic, because as soon as you plug this in, the heating and the fridge and all the bits that are on auto will try and pull the power from this. So if you turn it all onto manual...
Sorry, that was Tiddles on the scratching board again. She's getting aggy, I think. No, we fed him.
We fed him. We had food. She just wants to go out.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so yeah, literally just turn everything off auto and just put it on manual.
For everyone out there who's just getting into motorhoming, just getting into camper vanning, just getting into camping in general, if we'd have known about this when we first started and we were struggling, we totally would have spent our money on this over a petrol generator any day of the week.
Yeah.
And that's just our honest review. Or our honest opinion of it.
And being it, this is our fifth van?
Our fifth van, but only fourth one that we actually own.
Yeah. So that's you can take it from motorhome to motorhome, and you're not losing that sort of investment as well, which is another good thing about these.
But we're not in the habit of either getting involved with products that... She's determined to ruin this, isn't she?
Yep.
So yeah, we're not in the habit of getting involved in products that we either wouldn't use ourselves, and I've always said this, products that we wouldn't use ourselves, products that we wouldn't...
Work through it.
Come on, power through, we're nearly at the end. So yeah, like I say, that's just our honest, they very kindly sent this to us. We're so grateful because we really wanted to test it, and we've been looking at getting one of these anyway. So we would never get involved with anything that we don't believe in, that we wouldn't use ourselves, and we'd always be really completely honest. Yeah. If you have made it to the end of the video,
thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much.
Did I mention it had a light?
Oh. Yeah, and I'll pop all the links to the products in the description so you can check them out for yourself. So that's it. So thank you ever so much for watching, and
see you in the next one.
Catch you in the next one.
Cheers.
You done? You done ruining everything? Hey?